What is up, YouTube? It's CS back here with another installment, and this video is on my top 5 nicknames in MMA. So yeah, YouTube, I'm doing this top 5 video. I know, it's random as hell. I usually do these top 5s on things I regularly think about when I think of MMA. And surprisingly, nicknames is one of them. You can ask any of the dudes on YouTube that I talk to regularly about MMA, and yeah, I just like to have some lulls about, some of the funny nicknames like Eric the Red Schaefer and Nick the Promise Ring, and what's another crazy one like Elliot the Fire Marshal. I laugh at those ones and I think they're cool in their sort of way, but I prefer the ones that kind of embody who the fighter is inside the ring. So I'll name you my top 5 nicknames based on that. Coming in at number 5, this guy should be on most of your lists, anywhere from 5 to 1. If you're doing a top 10, 10 to 1, somewhere in there. And that's, of course, Wanderlei the Axe Murderer Silva. And he gets that nickname because of his crazy stare down before his fights and his aggressive fighting style. The guy kind of puts you in a clinch and beats you up with the knees and elbows. Well, that's what at least he used to do back in the day. I don't think he's put anyone into clinch in his entire UFC career, to be honest. But he basically got that nickname in Pride, and for me, it essentially died there, which is unfortunate because he was one of my favorite fighters. But coming in at number 5, again, Wanderlei the Axe Murderer Silva. Alrighty, y'all, now moving on to the number 4 fighter on this list. That is Takanori Gomi, of course, the Fireball Kid. First off, nice, eloquent name, yet it's badass and it suits him. Or at least it used to. Of course, Gomi's best remembered for his days in Pride, where he used to knock dudes out left, right, and center. And unfortunately, the talent pool in UFC is updated, and his style isn't. So that's why he hasn't been thriving there. Of course, he got that knockout win over Tyson Griffin, but I believe that's the last of the good Fireball Kid we'll ever see, which is unfortunate because, like I said, his style was exciting, and he was one of my favorite fighters back in the day. But I still like his name, Fireball Kid, Takanori Gomi. That's why he's on this list at number 4. Alrighty, guys, now moving on at number 3. I don't like him personally. A lot of you might not like him personally, but I do like his fighting style, and it is quite the embodiment of his nickname, and that is Paul Semtex Daley. That's basically what he has in his fists, Semtex. Of course, I'm referring to the explosive, and yeah, once he connects on your face, flush, you usually go down. Of course, he has 20 wins by KO, so yeah, he's living up to his name, in my opinion, and because of that, he is on this list. Semtex, just a sick nickname, Paul Daley in at number 3. Alrighty, y'all, now moving on, number 2 on this list, natural born killer, Carlos Condit, one of my favorite fighters. Just love the way this guy fights, whether it's on the ground or on the feet, he's looking to finish your ass. And his record is a testament to that. The guy has 27 wins, I believe, 1 by decision, 13 by knockout, 13 by submission. This guy's clearly trying to finish your ass. And if you take away his decision win, which he arguably lost to Jake Ellenberger, then yeah, he pretty much has finished everyone he's faced. Yeah, just watch his fights. Really exciting dude. I hope he beats GSP. Would be nice. But yeah, the guy, again, trying to finish you, whether he's on the feet or on the ground, like a killer. That's what a killer does, right? He puts you away. And that's what Carlos Condit does to people. And because of that, he fits the name Natural Born Killer, which is why he's at number 2 on this list. Alright, moving on, YouTube. Last but not least, coming at number 1 on this list, my boy, my favorite fighter ever, and of course my top nickname, BJ Penn, of course the Prodigy. I think his nickname's perfect. It suits him. Prodigy, what does that mean? Someone with exceptional skills that's very young. That's what BJ Penn was in his early days in the UFC. This young-ass kid who had, bloody awesome jiu-jitsu skills, yet he was just as good on the feet and he could knock your head off. Now, I'm still trying to think of, ADCC level grapplers or, World Jiu-Jitsu Championship grapplers who can actually stand up and not be as afraid as, say, if he was on the ground. I'm trying to think, Fabrizio Verdum, Jacare Souza, Damian Maia, Zonde Ribeiro, Roger Gracie, Andre Galvao, Jeff Monson. None of those guys are more comfortable on the feet than on the ground. BJ Penn is comfortable both. BJ Penn won the World Jiu-Jitsu Championships at age 20. And he was the first non-Brazilian to do that. And when he came to UFC, everyone's like, oh, this jiu-jitsu guy, what's he going to do? And then he's knocking dudes' heads off, So what can I say? He has equal skills at both jiu-jitsu and stand-up. And in my opinion, his skills haven't deteriorated whatsoever. I still think he's living up to that name. Out of the guys who were good in UFC back then, I think he's the one guy who still hasn't lost a step. And I think he's actually getting better, taking his training more seriously, adding wrestling to his repertoire. Yeah, and I just very, very much think that he's still living up to the name, the Prodigy. That's why BJ Penn is number 1 on this list. Again, just my opinion. But there it is, guys. Again, just my opinion on the top nicknames in MMA. You can disagree with me if you want. Just tell me in the comment section below. Tell me your top 5 nicknames in MMA. I want to know. Something I regularly think about for some crazy reason. So that's why I made the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thumbs up if you liked the video. Thumbs down if not. And yeah, that about does it for me. Shout outs to Anderson the Spider Silva. I think that's a dope name. Chuck the Iceman Liddell. That's a classic too. But yeah, tell me yours in the comment section below, please. I really encourage that. Subscribe to me if you haven't already. And yeah, again, thank you for all the support. So I'll see you guys next time, hopefully. So take care.